teeth on the concrete. But yes, a particularly aggressive hall. You know, I think we should just name Chapter 10 Angry Hallway.
That's pretty apt.
Or, sorry, hallways. There's more than one.
Well, yeesh.
Surprisingly, though, I adapt well to this hallway for some reason.
Did a little ballet in the wall.
Oh yeah, I
Sick,
forgot about
disturbing ballet.
that. Cirque de Freak.
There we go. Alright, I remember this from the last time we watched it. This is the hallway that you can't ever seem to get a good angle around any corner.
Yeah, no matter which direction you're going, there's always a slight curvature.
Which means that it's hard to see the enemy just around it.
Well, it's a better explanation than, like, say, enemies that have accuracy from 500 yards across a, you know, a particular avenue of combat.
I'm not sure where you were going with that.
Well, no, I'm talking about like games that have more open spaces and they got perfect accuracy and you can't see them.
Right.
I much prefer this to that. Maybe I'd just like to be up close and personal. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm most comfortable in mid-range. Long range, really, I'm okay with too if I've got a good vantage point.
Okay, so we're gonna give you the Seeker rifle in the when we play Dead Space 3.
But not to say that my playstyle can't change depending on the situation. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna react, how I'm gonna play when we get to frickin' Dead Space 3. It's just gonna happen how it happens.
Well, we gotta give you a ranged weapon if nothing else, because
yeah.
I can think of a few spots where not having a ranged weapon will screw you hard.
Yeah.
The fucker ducked.
That was a couple of pirouettes there.
But yes, believe it or not, enemies will duck and weave and dodge.
That's like the third close call you've had since you got in this hallway.
Hey, I don't care if it's a close call as long as I don't lose my head.
True that. That's also very dark without flashlight. This whole chapter is just much darker than the rest than the previous parts of the game so far.
Which is ironic because you know, to me the first game's a lot darker, you know, in concept and theme.
You know, it kind of seems that way, that they're kind of changing tones ever so slightly to something that's more reminiscent of Dead Space 1's tone. Dead Space 2's tone is slightly different, more towards the disturbed.
Why can't they ever have one of these, you know, horror movie games out in, you know, the bright sunlight all the time?
Because that's dumb.
No, it actually works quite well.
Then you get basically.
Well, we talked about this in the first game, if I remember correctly. One of the well, I think the only example I can think of is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one. You know, just because it's light outside doesn't make things any less scary. You know, because a lot of people associate light with God, they just don't end.
And hey, I think that's the first time we see the blue flame.
Yes, we do.
The blue flame.
Snow flame.
I also like how it continues to burn.
Oh yeah,
Even
Time, baby. Whoa! No.
Even after the creature is dead. Because the orange flame didn't.
Only one.
But that might be because of the
one
high sugar
backstab per hallway,
content.
people.
Well, I believe it's because I upgraded the duration as well.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's either that or it's because you're glazing them. Like a donut.
No.
Yes.
How do you keep coming up with this imagery? that is just wrong in new and terrible ways.
Oh my god.
I wish I thought of that in the first time. Oh well.
Well, I see this commentary is still going to be quality, even though we lost that. I don't know. I honestly don't know why you're so hung up about the last one.
Well, I just don't like to lose good material.
yeah,
Is all.
No, trust me,
There was some
ticked
pretty
about
good
that.
material, especially our reaction to the blue flame in the previous. We're like,
Yeah,
oh my god, this is awesome.
Oh, here we are in the zero gravity section.
Well, to be fair, Blue Fire is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was
Speaking-
going on about like whether or not it would be like sugar content or salt content.
Which I still don't know how it makes sense.
Yeah, that is a good point, because I know that blue flames burn hotter and everything. So the only assumption that I can make is that the fuel is changed chemically somehow when you upgrade.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I guess Isaac paid attention in chemistry or something.
Well, he is a engineer.
Well, yeah, true. Engineering is, science and math and all that, so I guess I can give the game credit for that. What exactly would be in there, because it's specifically hydrazine in there, so I'm not sure what chemical changes he would have to make, and I'm sure somebody out there probably knows. Because, this is the internet, there are pyromaniacs out there.
Most types of alcohol burn as blue fire, such as ethanol, methanol, and isopropyl. Natural gas also burns with a blue flame.
Well, yeah, but hydrazine is a liquid fuel, isn't it?
How do you know that was hydrazine?
Because it says it on the tin. That's it specifically says it's a hydrazine flamethrower.
Oh.
Somehow we said that
several-
7 times and you forgot that.
Copper,
Do
arsenic.
we really? Well, I know arsenic's highly reactive. That's why it's so deadly to humans. It's the reason why it's a horrible poison for us.
I guess copper chloride.
I'm sure this is probably the most intelligent discussion of Dead Space 2 I've ever run across. And I still can't find
I'm just happy it's quiet and there aren't any necromorphs around right now.
Soak a flammable material with copper chloride.
So maybe he incorporated that into the fuel. I don't know. I can't pretend to understand it because I haven't burned many things outside of my own childhood, so.
That was an interesting analogy.
Oh, not really. I burned my cousin's name into his wallet because he asked me to.
Okay.
If only I had seen Pulp Fiction before that, I would have burned Bad Motherfucker into it, but,
I'm just gonna stop asking questions.
It's possible that he also increased the temperature that it burns at.
Yeah, I guess. But no, to clarify, I don't mean that I was doing anything like making napalm. I was just taking a magnifying glass and burning the hole and burning the names and stuff into the wallet. It's completely safe as long as you don't put your hand in front of it.
Huh.
Yeah, luckily I grew out of that. And I've got on
Now you play games like this. Yeah, no, please don't.
Also, full
Whoa.
oxygen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin that moment because it's actually a really, really good hallucination.
That
so.
was right. I completely forgot that was a hallucination.
So yes, it's a very legitimate scare and a nice fake out by the developers. So bravo.
Like,
That was the tentacle thing, right?
yeah, it was like, oh, it's like, oh goodness, not again. And then it's like, oh, right, I'm insane.
I'm heading back towards the tram station.
Okay, I've almost got us disconnected from the mag rail. Keep me posted.
And yeah, Strauss is babbling about the screwdriver in the background.
Yeah, I was
so,
wondering what that sound was.
Yeah, that was Strauss, and he's babbling about a screwdriver, which becomes more relevant later on.
Oh, good,
As
another
we've seen.
useless decontamination.
Well, this one is like disabled, or no, here it goes.
Yeah, the the thing headbutts the window and opens it somehow. So apparently he's that guy. What's his name? He's the space version of Zidane. What's his name? From the World Cup. The fuck is his last name?
I don't know.
It's a YouTube clip where the soccer player headbutts the shit out of this guy. I think he practices sternum.
Oh boy.
And Newbie Spud's second favorite enemy.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Well, when you're being sarcastic, it does.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop getting hit.
Well, there's
I'm
an
right
entry
next
point
to a
right in
vent.
front of him. It's hard not to.
And granted, that's probably my own bad positioning here, but I make it work. And of course, it dies after I get hit.
Well, you were trying to conserve ammo.
Reload, okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Flames brighter.
For all the good it did.
Honestly, I think my flamethrower works better as a decontaminant than this chamber does.
Yeah, burn it with fire.
Apply liberally to infected areas until clean.